My connection to MS is very intimate. I am currently celebrating 9 years with multiple sclerosis. I use the word celebrating because of many personal achievements, many wonderful people that I've met, brave individuals, and certainly the lifelong friendships that have been made over the years. I'm involved with the MS movement because I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. I think I was meant to be part of the MS community, to be an MS champion. I want to put a different face on the disease, give others a different perspective. I want to be a support to other families that receive the same devastating news. I want to educate, inspire, motivate, so others also join the movement. The mission is important to me because it is our future. I want others to see what I see, feel what I feel, and become involved. We need others to join this mission so together we can one day find the cause and the cure for MS.
In 1994, I was in a bike wreck out in Colorado. I broke my hip, my pelvis, 5 ribs, I broke my collarbone. I healed. So I bought a slower bike, and a year later I was tired of that and I went in to get my wrecked bike fixed. And there in the bike store was a brochure, and it said something like, "Are you enough of a person to ride 150 miles for somebody that can't?" I grabbed that and I wondered, am I? And I went out in my pickup and I looked at it and I called the number and spoke to some folks. I went back into the bike store and I asked this Pathfinder, our sponsor now, and I said, what kind of a bike do I need to do this? I hadn't called my wife yet, but he said, well, most people, they ride a piece of junk like the one you just brought in the first time, and then they come back in and they buy a real bike. So I said, show me a bike. So I started training. This was in the middle of July. I didn't know what MS was. I knew it was a crippling disease, that's all. It was a long, rough, hot, windy ride. That night we were at a school in Emporia, kind of the headquarters. We had the spaghetti dinner and so on. And after dinner we had an assembly, and some women talked about their life with MS. My big thing as Riley County Attorney was families and children. I figured that's the future. So it was pretty easy for me to dedicate myself then, I guess is the right word, to that cause. I guess the big thing is, going back all the way to that original brochure, is I had all these injuries which the doctor described as a train wreck, and I recovered. And people with MS, it's recurring, and you don't get rid of it. And I want them to get rid of it.
Connection to MS is I was diagnosed 20 years ago after the birth of our first daughter, and didn't know a lot about it. I was a little bit scared, so I decided to educate myself a little bit and learn more about the disease. I get a tremendous amount of support from our community, church, family, friends. Have a very dedicated husband and family, so that makes it. I can remember a long time ago when I first got diagnosed, him sitting down with me and saying, we have a decision to make here. You've just been diagnosed with something that we know nothing about. And that was a pivotal moment for me. And I can remember this conversation very vividly, that we have a decision to make. And you can either sit around and wait for a cure, or you can become proactive and get involved to help find a cure. So I thought about it for a little bit, and I thought, I think I can do this. I've got the energy and I've got the attitude. I think I want to do this. And he said, great, that's my girl. So I got involved initially by volunteering for the MS Society, and we started doing a Round for Research golf tournament, which was in our hometown. It's been very successful. We raise anywhere from 30 to 50,000. One year I think we even hit over 60. So it's been very successful. It's really easy to do something from the heart when you know that you have a lot of support from your family and friends and community. Whether it's bringing dinner to your house, whether it's running your kids to their 15 different activities, whether it's whatever it might be, that's a tremendous feeling, knowing that you've got that kind of support behind you. It makes you very grateful and feel very blessed, for sure.